Hi, I'm Jasmine Joy Namok. Now I discussing the continuation about enhanced teacher education curriculum anchored on outcome-based education. Now I tackled about course contents to achieve the outcomes. So, course contents to achieve the outcomes meaning statements that help the learners to understand the reason for pursuing the course and helps him to identify what he will be able to do at the end of the course. So what content should be taught to prepare prospective teachers in their future jobs? Course contents are means to an end of achieving the outcomes. These are theories, principle, generalization, concepts, and ideas. So meaning, content should contribute to ideas, concept, principles, and generalization that should attain the overall purpose of curriculum. A learner or a learning outcome is a statement that describe what knowledge, skills, and values learners should have acquired by the end of a unit of instruction. Now, I have here the three major cluster of subject or courses which provide the contents of the degree programs. So first, professional education courses. These are courses that are common to all degrees which will provide a rock or foundation of becoming teacher. So, professional education is a formal, specialized training about a particular profession in which learners are taught the central concept, principles, and techniques and how these are applied in a real practice, and the learners also acquire the necessary competencies needed for proper practice and behavior. The course title are as follows. Letter A, Foundation, Theories, and Concepts. This cluster provide foundation, philosophy, psychology, history, and then sociology. So, nabilong diri sa foundation, theories, and concept ang the child and adolescent learning principles, the teaching profession, the teacher and the community, skill, culture, and organizational leadership, and then last, foundations of special and inclusive education. So, mauto siya ang nabilong sa foundation, theories, and concepts. And letter B, pedagogical content knowledge. The subject will provide foundation, theory, and practice in the different aspects of teaching. So, first, facilitating learner in the different aspects of teaching. So, assessment in Learning 1, assessment in Learning 2, the teacher and the school curriculum, building and enhancing new literacies across the curriculum. So, mauna siya ang nabilong sa pedagogical content knowledge. And letter C, experiential learning courses. These are subjects that bring together theory and practice. So, sa field study 1, observations of teaching and learning in actual school environment. And the field study 2, participation and teaching assistantship, and last, teaching internship. So, mao na siya ang nabilong sa experiential learning courses. So, the cluster 2, major courses. Major subjects are listed for every degree program as attached in CMO. So, what is CMO? So, CMO, CHED Memorandum Order. So, mauna siya ang CMO, meaning sa CMO. So, ang katong mga major subject, nakalista gina siya sa CMO. And cluster 3, rather, electives. Any additional subject in other degree program for teacher education can be offered as electives. So, electives usually refer to subject to be chosen within a range of options where opting for one or more subjects is compulsory. Mao na siya ang electives. Now, let's proceed the pedagogical approaches to deliver the content and achieve the outcomes. So, the uniqueness of teaching future teachers is that the delivery of strategy and methods come into layer. So, meaning refers to the general principles, pedagogy, and management strategy used for classroom instructions. So, the first layer will enable to learner who are college students to desire learning outcomes of the lesson. So, working on a plan for a series of lessons and involve knowing the students and their prior learning what if means to progress throughout the curriculum. And the second layer is the find a strategy that will teach teach you the content in the future workplace which is the basic education and other where the pedagogy utilized should be teaching how to teach. So this idea represents a new, broader perspective in our understanding of teaching and learning and special issues of the journal of teacher education. Next, face-to-face, a traditional delivery mode where the teacher and the students are physically present to hold classes in a designated place. One class can be taken as a whole group or a small group on one sitting. The different strategies may be utilized to appropriate the students grouping. So, mingon tag face-to-face, mo na ang ginabuhat karon sa mga estudyante nga. Mismo ang mga estudyante na moadto sa eskwelahan para si teacher pod didto na pod mismo magtudlo para dili na pod magresod ang mga teacher sa paghatag sa mga printed module kay kapoy pug kaayo ang mga teacher magsigig print og module tapos ang mga bata walay masabtan may tungod sa dili sila makakita kung papaon sa saon na siya. Then compare nato ang online class or module, mas daghan silang makatunan kung sa face to face jud mismo ang mga bata mo attend sa klase. Next, distance learning or remote learning, online or printed module. Distance learning is a delivery mode where the students and teacher are not physically present in one designated place or classroom. For the online, the teacher is stationed in a control hub while the students are connected to the hub. Classes are either synchronous. Mingon tag distance learning or remote learning. So, ang mga teacher magpadala mismo jud sila og kanang mga printed module and then magklase pud sila through online. Magbuhat sila og link para adto mismo ang mga estudyante mosulod sa link then dito sila magklase or dito magklase ang mga teacher and then ang mga student. Next, blended learning or flexible learning. This is a combination of the face-to-face and the distance learning. The whole course will be using the tool delivery mode and should be reflected in the curriculum syllabus. So, mingon tag blended learning or flexible learning. Nag-combine siya. Either magklase sila sa face-to-face o maghatag sila og ansiranan para dito na ang mga bata mo mag-answer sa ilang balay. And then experiential learning, lifelong learning. Following the theory of learning by doing, experiential learning approach allow the learners to experience learning firsthand. Sometimes it is as called immersion, apprenticeship, or practicum. Mingay tag experiential learning para sa gibuhat sa mga na-experience sa grade 12 nga magkuan sila naka-experience og ganing immersion maadto sa lain nga mga kuan para didto ang mga estudyante mag-immersion sila didto na sila ipabuhat didto unsay ang ipabuhat katunan lang mga na experience or kato ipakuan nila na ang ilang mga skills. And then assessment in learning to provide evidences for the achieve learning outcomes. The new teacher education curricula utilize multiple assessment methods in and of learning. Since assessment is used to determine the progress of learning, formative and the mastery of learning summative, multiple ways of doing it is necessary. Those two courses about assessment are included in the new teacher curricula for all the degree program. These are the assessment and Teaching 1 and assessment in Teaching 2. Traditional assessment theories, principle, and methods are taken in assessment in Teaching 1 and authentic and technology-aided assessment and taken in the course assessment in Teaching 2. In the new teacher education curricula, the desired learning. So, katunan ni siyang mag-take siya og kanang papaunsa niya paghatag ang mga estudyante sa mga activity kung formative assessment or summative assessment or magkuan ba sila og multiple ways of doing mao na ang ipabuhat sa mga igipalakang sa curriculum or mao to siya na sense sa assessment in learning to provide evidence for the achieved learning outcomes. And now outcome, the contents, the teaching, delivery, and the assessment should be constructively aligned, interacting in the figure below. So, as what you observe, pi. These are, sa P, these are outcomes, and the I, content, methods, and letter A, assessment for assessment of. So, mao na ni siya ang mga meaning sa pi. And the next, the figure 5, constructive alignment of desired outcome, content, and methods, and assessment. In the curriculum, planning includes the formulation of desired outcomes for course or lesson. Then, this should be aligned with the appropriate content and methods in the implementation. And finally, evaluation, which will be determined whether the desired outcomes have been achieved. Muna ni siya no, ang katong mga desired outcome. Then, content and methods and assessment. So, katong naning magplano-plano in the curriculum. Katong mag-implement sila og evaluation. Mag-evaluate sila sa mga learning. And that's all my discussion about course contents to achieve the outcomes.